Hello, everyone. Welcome to the free programming overview for my site, DeanTurnerTraining.com. So there are two free programming plans, one for men, one for women. The women isn't running yet. I'll start that once I get more interest. The men's is going to start running. Check the date. Today's Wednesday, September 28th. This upcoming Monday, I will send out a message probably this Sunday to everybody in the groups to let them know that this Monday we're getting things going. We're kicking it off. Okay, so a note. Both of these plans are hypertrophy plans, guys. They are designed to help you build/retain muscle depending on your dietary strategy. They are not strength focused, general fitness focused, anything like that. If you want a plan like that, I advise you to seek that elsewhere. That's not what I'm giving you here. It is for body composition enhancement. Okay, so must be a member of the site to access the plans. Click here to become a member for free. As you'll see in a minute, you only need to put your name and an email and a password. Programming overview, that's what you're watching now. Women's programming, men's programming. We're going to do the men's today. This will serve as just a programming overview for both, as well as the programming overview for both mobile and desktop, because it's more or less the same. It's just a little bit of a formatting thing. That's the only difference. Okay, guys, men's programming. So we are currently on week 1, runs October 3rd, as I mentioned, 2022 through October 9th, 2022. There are 15 weeks listed here, guys. I don't know if every block's going to be 15 weeks. It might be 10, might be 12. It just depends on the feedback, how I go about programming things. I'm not sure, but I'll list out the 15 weeks. If it's not clickable, it means that we're not on it yet. Some of them, if we only run a 12-week block, obviously 13, 14, 15 will never be clickable. So when you go to click on week 1, I'm already logged in, so it's going to take me there. But assuming you weren't logged in, I have a little page down here to show you what will happen. Assuming you weren't logged in, you click on week 1, boom, it's going to kick you here. Log in, register, okay? So if you already have an email, password, just log in. If you need to register, put your name, your email address, and a password, and agree to receive marketing and promotional materials. It is all free, guys. Don't need to input a credit card, anything like that. I'm giving this to you all for free to help you out. Okay, so back here, week 1, click it. Week 1, acclimation, upper A, upper B, lower B. We're always running off an upper-lower 4-day split, okay? At least for the time being. I don't foresee that changing at any point in the not-so-distant future. Okay, so I don't really care exactly how you run these. If I had to give a recommendation as far as scheduling goes, if I had to give a recommendation, I would say do upper A on Monday, do lower A on Tuesday, do upper B on Thursday, and do lower B on Friday or Saturday. The important thing is that you have 2 days between upper A and lower and upper B, okay, and 2 days between lower A and lower B, and then 3 days on the other side. Okay, guys, don't be doing it where you're doing lower A on like a Wednesday and lower B on a Friday. That's not intelligent. Okay, we want to be able to recover and adapt from our sessions so we can progress. Okay, so upper A. Right here, let's go over workout instructions. I'm not going to touch on these, one by one, but yeah, workout instructions here. Click them. Make sure you read through them. Make sure you understand everything, so you're, performing things as they should be performed. I have a little button here. Try to make the page super, the whole website, as a matter of fact, super operable, super easy, so you don't get lost in the weeds or anything like that. Have to constantly go home, click through all the pages, yada yada. Okay, so exercises listed, the muscle groups first, then the exercise, then the set and rep scheme, then the relative intensity. For those of you who don't understand what RIR means, RIR stands for repetitions in reserve. This is how many more reps you believe you could do at the conclusion of a set. So if you conclude a set at 10 repetitions and don't believe you could have performed another repetition, that's RIR 0. If you conclude a set at 8 repetitions and believe you could have performed 3 more, so you could have gotten 11, that's an RIR 3. If you conclude a set at rep number 12 and think you could have gotten 16, that'd be an RIR 4. Obviously, this is a bit subjective. People always say, well, how do I know how many I had in reserve? Well, guess what? You're going to find out how accurate your gauge was later in the block when we take some sets to a 0 RIR, because failure is a more definitive point. You will know about how precise you were on your RIR gauge, and you'll get better with it over time. It's like anything else. With practice, you get better. Okay, so do the desired number of sets. Pick a weight that lands you in this rep range. This rep range should do the best job of getting you a high stimulus with a low amount of fatigue, and then do it at the prescribed RIR. If the RIR is listed in this sense, so just one RIR listed, that means it's uniform across all sets. But if I wrote RIR 2, 1, that would mean you do 2 reps in reserve on the first set, you'd leave 2 reps in reserve on the first set, and leave 1 rep in reserve on the second set. Okay, I'm not going to bother going over this individual workout. It might change. I'm not sure if obviously if you're watching this later down the road, it'll probably be completely different. But for people starting this next week, it might be very similar. I might need to bump some things. I need to take a look at it still, but it's close to being done. Okay, so down here, blank workout log, calculators and data log, program overview. That's what you're watching now on week 1 main page. This is just a button to allow you to click through. Like I said, try to make the site super operable. Okay, so blank workout log. When you click this, it will kick you to an external page. It is kicking you to a Google Sheet. For those of you who don't have a Google account, make a Google account. Okay, it takes you 30 seconds and it's free. I recommend that you download the Google Sheets app on your smartphone and log your workouts as you go between your sets. But if you want to print this out, do the pen and paper thing, that's totally fine too. When you're on here, you need to come over here if you're going to use this on your Sheets app, because I'm the file owner and you're only allowed to view it. You need to come over here, click File, click Make Copy, type in your name or whatever, and write training block. Whatever you need to write so that you know what it is. Doesn't matter. Then hit Make a Copy. Now you have ownership over that file. I no longer have any oversight over that file. I can't even see it after that. Okay. When you go to log the workouts, I would log it in this fashion. Write the workout. Go exercise by exercise. So let's say iliac lat pull down. And let's say on that I do 100 pounds on the first set, 90 pounds on the second set, and I did 10 reps and 9 reps, and they both were RR2. That's exactly how I log that. And there's a notes tab over here in case you need to write something like the seat height you used or something like that, or anything else. You can use that for whatever. Okay, that's how I would go about logging things. Just go one by one. There's day 2, day 3, day 4, yada yada. And guys, the important thing is you have this data, so you can see down here weeks 2, weeks 3, weeks 4, weeks 5, and I'm going to expand this. You have this data so you can compare across weeks to ensure that you are progressing, guys. You need to be progressing on your exercises over time to build muscle. Okay, so let's X out of here. Calculators and data log. Same thing. Kicks you to a Google Sheet. Got to have a Google account. This one, you're also going to need a file, make copy, yada yada. When you get this, this is going to give you a calorie and macro prescription based on your activity level and your goal. So let's say you're someone who is moderately active and you'd like to lose weight. And let's say you weigh 182 pounds. This spits out your calories, your protein, carbs, and fat that you should be consuming. And then this over here will tell you how much to gain or how much to lose depending on your goal. Obviously, we said your goal was weight loss. You weigh 182 pounds. So you want to shoot to lose about 1.82 pounds per week. So these data targets, when gaining, are designed to help you. These right here, this whole thing right here. When you're gaining, it's designed to help you maximize muscle growth while minimizing fat gain. And when you're losing, it's designed to help you maximize fat loss while minimizing muscle loss and maximizing muscle retention. That's how this is designed. I think it does a really good job at that based on the inputs, based on the numbers. Okay, in accordance with that, you have a weight log, a calorie log, and a steps log. Guys, this will take all your averages for you. I'll give you an example, 182.2, 182.4. As you can see down here, it takes the average. Does the same thing for the calories, same thing for the protein, carbs, and fats. If you have your weight and you have your calories and you have your step log, that will paint you a very clear picture on why things are happening. Okay, so why is my weight trending up? Well, it looks like you're not stepping a lot and you're consuming a lot of calories. Now, your weight trending up could be a good thing or a bad thing. It just depends on your goal. But this will paint you the clear picture on how things are trending, why they're trending that way, and then you can make adjustments in accordance with your goals if need be. So it is very important that you can continuously log your weight, continuously log your calories and macros and your steps. So you have all the data you need to make accurate decisions to help aid your progress. Okay, I think that pretty much covers just about everything, guys. If you have any feedback, need to ask me a question, there's a little feedback tab down here. Also, you can always hit me on Twitter, Instagram, ask me a question there. If I get enough of the same question, I'll kind of try and answer it in a more public manner so that way I don't have to constantly repeat myself. But I think that just about covers everything. I think you guys are really, really, really going to like this. I think it's going to help a lot of people out. So, yeah, talk to you guys soon.